Hello everyone, welcome to Automation in BeamNG Drive. My name is Tim, and today we're going to be building something pretty neat. We're going to be building a desert roamer. In particular, we're going to be building a Mad Max car. We're going to make sure this thing is as modern as possible, and make it out of some heavy stuff like steel, ladder chassis, steel for the chassis material, front longitudinal, steel axle coil, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. As for an engine, I'm going to choose the Lowrider Clone 9-liter V12. We're, of course, going to make it 4x4 because we want all the power going to all the wheels at all times and stuff like that. And yeah, that engine right there makes about 4,000 horsepower. I'm going to modify it at some point. Advanced Auto 10 speed. Ridiculously high speed is what this thing is tuned for. We're going to put manual locker and wheels. We need them to be as wide as possible so we can get as much ground coverage as possible. This thing needs really good traction, like ridiculously good traction. And yeah, that's literally what we need for this thing, because we're going to be taking this thing in sand, on the rocks. We're going to be taking this thing literally everywhere. Everywhere that a normal car would be afraid to go, unmodified. And yeah, of course we're doing chunky off-road for the tire material. We're going to do carbon ceramic, really big brakes. Yeah, just really big everything and all that. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. We're of course going to do off-road under skid tray, whatever. Maximum airflow and stuff. And the inside, I'm going to make it really heavy. That is literally what I'm going to do. Really heavy inside with relatively old entertainment. We're going to do electric variable steering or something along those lines. Really good traction aids. Actually, now I think about it, now we're not going to put any. And safety, that's not in my vocabulary, so no. Okay, maximum quality for everything. Maximum quality for maximum weight. This thing's probably going to weigh like 8,000 pounds or something like that when we're done with it. Push the engine a little towards the rear. All the standard stuff. We want this thing to be reliable. And oh my. This thing is awesome so far. A truly, truly awesome vehicle. Just look at it. And this thing, if you're wondering, I'm going to be turning it into just the craziest thing you've ever seen. Okay, not the craziest, but something pretty crazy and pretty cool, to be honest. We're going to make sure everything is max quality, and then we're going to start modifying it. And now, let's get to it. Now, I'm going to modify the vehicle to look like it's made of cast iron or faded steel or something like that. We went into the advanced settings to increase the size of the engine, increase the diameter of the wheels so they get better traction and all. We're going to put some vents. Of course, this thing's going to have 12 exhaust pipes, and considering just how big and tall the engine is, I decided that I'm going to raise the cabin up to stick out of the original roof and stuff like that. I'm going to do that because why not? And also, this vehicle is going to be called the Madwagon, a truly, truly mad vehicle, because, yeah, I'm going to probably modify this thing's engine at some point, because, now that I think about it, 4,000 horsepower is a bit much. Maybe 3,000 would be good, I'm not sure, but, yeah. This thing right here is definitely mad, all things considered. We're going to build a little interior right here just to make this vehicle slowly more comfortable, modify the engine looks and all that, and yeah, put some guns onto this vehicle, some guns, some flamethrowers, some grenade launchers, and some more lights on this thing so it can drive in the dark, a whole lot of cool stuff. And it's none other than, you guessed it, the Scalavra Madwagon. And now, let's go to BeamNG Drive. We're on the Hirochi race circuit, and let's go! Oh my. Yeah, this thing does all-wheel drive burnouts and stuff like that. And also, if you're wondering it's at the top of that pole, they're pirate flags. I just put pirate flags up there because this thing, we're not affiliated to any nation. We're a rogue force, basically. We don't affiliate with anyone but ourselves, and are you kidding me? Of course one of our wheels had to fall off. Just because this thing has a bunch of power and is really hard to control does not mean that's a good thing. And also, I really should have given this thing traction control and stuff like that. I seriously should have done that now that I think about it, because This thing is literally undrivable right now, basically. The race is going to take significantly longer because this thing, it's like a three-legged horse. Do you want a horse with only 3 legs instead of 4? No, you don't. That's like, I don't even know. That's like taking a 3-legged horse to like the Kentucky Derby or something like that. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose because that's just a fact. You're gonna lose because the horse is not as stable. This thing isn't like a Citroen Xantia or a Citroen DS, which can technically drive on 3 wheels because of its suspension. No, this thing is the boring old reliable suspension. Then that's literally why it's struggling right now. If I give it some fancy experimental stuff, it wouldn't be as reliable, but hey, we could technically beat them. Okay, we probably wouldn't beat them anyway, but still, this thing just, why is it struggling so much? Just why? It's making me sad. It's making me so sad. So we're gonna need to take this thing to the desert. We can't take it to the desert if it can't even survive on pavement. And also, it does pretty good in the sand, all things considered. And I hope it does, because all we've been doing is just driving this thing slowly into sand pits, and it handles well there. But will it handle well in the desert with all the bumpy hills and dunes and stuff like that? Will it handle well? Or is this thing just a complete piece of garbage that should just be ditched for a Toyota Corolla? And now let's cross the line and, ooh, we did a little spin. Oh. And of course, this thing took 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do 1 lap. Okay, to be fair, we did lose a wheel, and it's like losing a leg in a race, okay? You gotta understand, it's normal. And now we're on the drag strip right now. We have our Hesbrum tank. Actually, no, Hersbrum is its real name. Hearse and Abrams. And yeah, that thing has more power than us, but we're also significantly faster because we're not as heavy as them. And this is what this little rear compartment looks like. No way. 8, less than 9 seconds. I have no clue on how this thing could do a sub 9 second quarter mile, but that is really good. Its braking is terrible, all things considered. Absolutely terrible. Just awful. Oh, they took 22.5 seconds to do a quarter mile. My goodness, it's horrible. And now, we're racing one of our own. We're racing our identical twin with a giant engine sticking out of the hood. And yeah. Okay, let's go. I'm so excited. Let's go. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of wheel smoke and stuff like that. Oh. And also, if you want, I might remake this, but with an even bigger, more overpowered engine. Oh, okay, we're drifting. We're actually doing pretty darn good with drifting. You know what? This is the vehicle that they should have had star initial D, not that dumb AE86 Corolla that very few people actually care about. And also, still really good time. And also, they did pretty good as well, even though they were far inferior to us, because they weren't us. And now, we're racing against this utter monstrosity. I don't know why I even made that. And now let's go. Oh my. And also, if you saw, this thing has 12 exhaust pipes, because why not? Ooh, that was actually a pretty good time. I wonder what the reaction time we got was. And also, this right here should exemplify just how bad the braking capabilities on this are. I'm pretty much tapping the space bar right now for braking and also trying to go backwards because I don't want it spinning out. And 24 milliseconds. 24 is really good. That is almost a 50th of a second. That's pretty good. And I'm having little weird transmission issues right now. And we're racing against the V12 Kürgül'ün, which is powered by the same engine found in the Darsenat, the Darsenat Emperor, and the Doro Macarta Lowrider. Yeah, those are all the vehicles with the exact same engine as that thing. And oh my, let's go. Oh my. Let me say this. I absolutely love when all four wheels in this thing are smoking up. It just shows that this thing is overkill and is awesome. Just super duper awesome. And oh no. Oh, we've taken liftoff. That is not good. And yeah, just forget braking at this point. Just forget braking. It's not gonna work if we're in the midair. And I wonder how they did. 13.6, not bad. And 24 millisecond reaction time again. Really good. And now, right here, I want to kind of do something. I want to do this little trick. Like, I don't know, I want to do, like, donuts and stuff like that, because I feel like we deserve it. We did so good that this is our celebration dance. And introducing the world's most powerful and most dangerous Beyblade. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever even played with Beyblades in my life, to be honest. I think, I just don't know if I ever have, and this is the view from the rear gunner's seat. This is just motion sickness galore. And oh my. The only thing I was thinking when this car was spinning was that one song that goes like, you spin me right around, baby, right around like a record, baby. And now let's go to the desert, because I want to take this thing its full speed. I want to take this thing full send down the highway and, I don't know, crash into something or something like that, because this thing is designed to ram into stuff. It's designed to be violent. It's designed to be driven like a maniac. After all, it's inspired by a movie that is filled with people who drive like a maniac. Mad Max. And to be honest, it could be literally any Mad Max movie, whether it's Mad Max 1, Mad Max 2, I don't know, Fury Road or Furiosa. It could be any of them, to be honest, and those are the only ones that I know of. If there's any other ones, you could tell me in the comments and stuff like that, but let me say this. Yeah, this thing's definitely struggling with gaining speed, probably because it's swaying too much, but 109, okay, that we jumped from 109 to like 190 in like a fraction of a second. Oh wow, oh my. Yeah, can we go 250 or 240 in this thing? And this is what it looks like passing by, and oh, for some reason, I feel like the driver and the rear gunner are actually completely fine, despite this catastrophic crash into a guardrail, or whatever, I don't even know at this point. But yeah, I'm angry. Let's go past this fence, and I wonder if this thing is actually tall enough to climb over, and it does not appear so. So, my goal, climb over the fence and just go over into the restricted land area and stuff. I want to go over there. I give up. We're just going to go somewhere else. We're going to go over here to an off-road rock climbing challenge just to see how good this thing's off-road capability is. And let me say this. This thing is definitely bouncy. It's definitely bouncy, definitely crazy. It definitely has wheel spin issues, especially off-road. And this thing, other than that, I'm more concerned about this thing flipping over than not having enough traction to make it up here. That is literally what I'm most concerned about. Just flipping over and just not being able to get back up, because I'm fairly certain in many of these challenges, the vehicle reset button is actually, disabled, so you can't just have infinite restarts and stuff like that. And so you can't just cheat the system. And so far, we're doing pretty good, and yeah, also, let me say this thing has a beautiful name, Madwagon. And I hope that if there's another Mad Max movie, I hope something based on this is in that movie at the very least, because, like, I saw some trailers for, like, Furiosa or something, and there was, like, a big semi-truck tanker vehicle, and I thought, Really, this is Mad Max. Are we seriously putting normal vehicles in this? No, we need, if you're gonna put a tanker truck in a Mad Max movie, it needs at minimum like 60 wheels and like, I don't know, 4 engines and stuff like that. And we succeeded. It took us a little under 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it is a celebration. We're just spinning. And now, let's go wherever we want, and are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? On 3 seconds after beating the challenge, I flipped over. 3 seconds. Oh my, let's keep going, and of course we flipped over. And we lost a wheel. And you know what? That's it. I'm just gonna drive. I'm gonna drive carefully in this thing, which this thing is not designed to be driven in carefully. It's designed to be driven in like a reckless maniac. Like, seriously. And also, I have to let you in on a little secret. I have never seen any of the Mad Max movies. I just know about them, and like, I've read about them and stuff like that, and I think that they're pretty cool concepts and stuff like that. So yeah, this vehicle right here definitely would belong, in my opinion. It has weapons, it has a giant engine, so big it's literally sticking out of the hood. It's definitely modified, it's armored and stuff like that. It has a turret on the top of it, which is awesome. And oh my, this thing just makes me happy. This thing makes me super duper happy. Oh ho ho ho. Wee! Oh my. Oh, this is one of my favorite vehicles I've made so far, because it's cool. It has 2 yellow flags at the top, which I think I said earlier that they're supposed to be pirate flags, which for some reason, BeamNG Drive decided to be all whiny and fussy and to not render them in, when that's literally its only job. Just render the pirate flags. I know you guys might not like piracy, but oh my, yeah. We went a little too fast and a little too mad. More importantly, too mad to max. And just, okay, can we climb up this rock hill right here? I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. It's gonna be pretty sad if we can't, and oh, we actually made it up. We actually made it up. We made it up, and ah, darn it. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Are you kidding me? Why did I flip over? Why am I falling down the mountain? Why? Why am I falling down the mountain? Why? Are you kidding me? This thing failed me. I'm gonna go spin it out until it breaks or something like that, because I'm mad. I'm upset. You know what? I'm still mad. I'm gonna figure out how this thing drives down a mountain, how well it does. Let me just drive it off the side of this thing. Yeah, this mountain's like nearly 1 kilometer tall, so hopefully it doesn't survive, because I'm mad. I'm still as mad as I was before. In fact, I'm probably even more mad, because if this thing is somehow still operational, even after rolling down a mountain, why isn't it going farther? Why? Why? Well, come on, roll down the mountain already! You can't just get stuck somewhere on a mountain when going down. That's step 1 of going down a mountain. You don't just sit on the mountain and decide, oh, this is gonna be my permanent resting spot, unless you die or something. But other than that, you can't get stuck down there. You can't. That is bad. And also in the rear gunner cage, we are not doing good, and we're getting motion sickness. Oh, yuck. Oh, we're nearby the desert. We can do some cool stuff, and we saved ourselves a totally legitimate recovery tactic called pressing the insert key to reset vehicle and all that other stuff, and whee! You know what, I always like it when this thing drives over a little hill and stuff. And now, the last thing we're gonna do, take it on a wheelie. This time in third person mode so we can get an idea of just what this thing looks like when it's spinning. Oh. Oh my, this thing is spinning like so unbelievably fast. Oh my, the engine's heated up, so yeah, we gotta go into the ocean to cool it down. And also, anyway, that's all. And bye!
One more thing.
I did in fact forget to tell you one thing. Look at that fuel gauge thing in the upper right corner. This thing holds 5,000 liters of fuel. Do you have any idea just how much fuel that is? That's about 1,300 gallons of fuel, if you're wondering, for my American audience. And now, let's take this up the hill and just see just how good we're able to do. So far, oh my, we got 14,000 miles of range at one point. That is utterly insane. But let me say this thing is currently inhabiting the Sahara Desert, which in BeamNG Drive, this map takes up almost 26 square miles of space, and it's nothing but sand dunes. And I believe there's a few little houses and stuff like that. I don't know. Well, I read the description, there was one abandoned house or something like that, and some rocks and stuff. But they're really remote, and it doesn't tell you where they are, and did that just say 57? You know, scratch that. 241,000 miles. I saw 241,000 miles of range, and let me just say this. We're talking the lifespan of a car on just one tank of fuel in this thing. Oh my. That is just awesome. Truly, truly awesome. Now, I'm gonna do this one-wheel burnout because I think that's cool, and anyway, that's all. Bye and have a good day.